OK, we have some breaking news to bring you following today's match at Old Trafford. An official complaint to the Premier League that a more experienced referee was not selected to officiate a game of such magnitude.
Manchester United walked off the pitch at Goodison Park feeling a familiar mix of frustration and disbelief after a dramatic clash against Everton was overshadowed by one of the most contentious refereeing moments of the Premier League season. What should have been a defining turning point in the match instead became the spark of intense debate, as United were denied what appeared to many fans, pundits, and former referees to be a clear and undeniable penalty. In a game already filled with emotion, physicality, and momentum swings, this single incident changed everything and left United feeling robbed of an opportunity that might have transformed the result entirely. The match had been evenly contested during the early exchanges, with both sides creating dangerous openings and forcing each other into quick transitions. United, who entered the match desperate to reclaim consistency after a turbulent set of performances, started brightly. Their passing game looked crisp, their pressing sharp, and their attacking trio linked up well in tight spaces. Everton, spurred on by their home crowd, matched the intensity, defending with aggression and looking to break quickly whenever United's midfield lost shape. But amid the back-and-forth rhythm, the defining moment came in the 32nd minute, a moment that now overshadows everything else that followed. United's forward burst into the Everton box after a clever exchange of passes, slicing through two defenders with pace and precision. As he prepared to take the decisive shot, an Everton defender came sliding across, mistiming his challenge by fractions of a second but enough to clip the attacker's standing leg. The contact was clear, the fall immediate, and the reaction from the United bench instant. Players raised their arms, fans erupted in protest, and the cameras zoomed straight in on what many expected to be a straightforward penalty call. But instead, the referee waved play on, insisting there was no foul worthy of a spot kick. VAR checked briefly but surprisingly decided there was no obvious error, allowing the game to continue despite widespread disbelief. Slow-motion replays replayed across social media and broadcast feeds showed contact that seemed impossible to ignore. Even neutral observers questioned how the officials arrived at their decision, describing it as inconsistent with similar incidents that have resulted in penalties throughout the season. Former referees in studio analysis later admitted they would have awarded the spot kick without hesitation. For Manchester United, this only deepened the sense of injustice. They felt stripped of a chance that could have changed the trajectory of the match and, potentially, their season. The impact of the denied penalty was immediately visible on the pitch. Everton seized the emotional shift and pushed forward with renewed energy, buoyed by the sense of having escaped a dangerous moment. United, still reeling from the decision, lost some of the composure they had shown earlier. Their passing became rushed, their press disjointed, and they struggled to regain the rhythm that had given them early control. That psychological dip cost them dearly as Everton capitalized with a well-worked goal just minutes later, sending Goodison Park into a frenzy. Even as the match progressed, the controversy hovered like a shadow over every attack, every decision, and every gesture from the technical areas. United players continued to question the referee at every stoppage, pointing to the earlier incident and demanding consistency. Their frustration was evident in their body language, and their attempts to rally themselves into a comeback were repeatedly met with defensive resilience from Everton and further questionable decisions that only fueled the tension. By the time the final whistle blew, Manchester United's sense of robbery had only intensified. They had created chances, fought for control, and shown determination, but the missed penalty call remained the moment that defined the match. Fans took to social media in outrage, compiling clips, angles, and comparisons to argue their case. Analysts described it as one of the most baffling VAR decisions of the season. United's players left the pitch shaking their heads, some barely acknowledging the officials as they walked past. For a club already facing scrutiny and pressure, incidents like this only magnify the emotional toll of competing at the highest level. Manchester United will undoubtedly review the footage, file their concerns, and voice their frustrations, but none of that will change the result or erase the feeling that they were denied a fair chance to alter the game's outcome. The controversy will likely spark discussions about refereeing standards, VAR protocols, and the need for greater clarity in decision-making. For now, though, the overwhelming feeling around Old Trafford and among United supporters worldwide is simple: they were robbed, and it could not be clearer.